Here's another hard SQL problem, premium versus freemium. That was a Microsoft question. And in order to start this problem, we're going to have to join 3 data sets. And this is going to be a unique problem because this is going to be the first problem I solve on video we have to use a case statement. In order to first get this, we need to first run our code. And we need to join these data sets together. So this is going to be joined by account ID. So let's start by getting all these tables together. First, we need to get the user ID and the account ID from this user dimension table. And then what we need to do is and we're going to call this D for dimension. And then we're going to put a D dot so we don't get confused later. And here's a table. And we're going to do an inner join on this table on, we're going to call this actually, let's call this is the user table. So we're going to call this U, and this column, we'll call it M, or A for account. So we're going to join this table on account ID. So A dot account ID is equal to U dot account ID. And I'm just running this to make sure it joins correctly. The final thing is we need to do is join the first table, user ID, on to this table. And we're going to call this table D for download. And we're going to have to do on D dot user ID is equal to U dot user ID. And let's run this one more time just to make sure it's run. Okay. And now we're going to get some of these other table names we need. For instance, we need this one, the paying customer from the account table. So now we can do A dot paying customer. And we're also going to need the download facts, which is D dot download facts. And we're also going to need the date. Let's put the date first, since that's where it generally goes, D dot date. And let's run and make sure we don't have any typos. And we do. Here is it. Download facts. Wow. Download. That's why I should have just copy paste. Downloads. And here is our new table by date. However, in this case, we need to do it by day. The non-paying and the paying customers. See? Here's the column paying or not paying, and here's the date. So what we need to do is we're just going to call this with CTE. Now this is stored as a table. We're going to select date, paying customer, downloads from CTE. These are going to be the 3 main columns we need. And here comes the tricky part. We need to do a case statement. So we need to do when end. So when case when paying customer equals yes, then we need the amount of downloads it has. So we need to get downloads. And we're going to call this as yes. So these are paying customers. And let's run the query. So when paying customer equals yes. So case when yes. There we go. than downloads. However, we need it summed, and actually this right here should be ordered by the date, because right now our dates are not in order. This is confusing me. Ordered by d.date. And actually, we can just order it down here. From CTE, order by d.date. And actually, ordered by date, because this table is date. We also need to do a group by date, because we need to get it by the dates, which means that this, we no longer need this. That was just to show you what it looks like. But we need the sum of all the customers who are paying, grouped by date. Oh, and I forgot a comma. Here we go. Paying customers, grouped by date. And that is what we need, is the exact same thing. Let's put the comma there before we forget. The exact same thing, except we don't need a comma. We need to sum the non-paying customers. So no. And these people are free cust. And now we can see it is totaled by date, the paying customers and the free customers. And technically, we're supposed to do non-paying customers first for the final solution. So I'm going to swap this really quick. Can't forget our comma. Let's make sure. Okay. And with this, let's call this CT2. And you're going to see why in a second. And whenever you create another temp table, we need to add a comma up here. So in this case, we're almost done. Should be almost done. We need to select the date. Here, right here, where I'm highlighting. And then we need to do the free customers. And then the pay customers. Let's just make sure this is right first. Let's run it. Okay, that's why I ran it first. So free customers. Oh, see? We'll just do pay customers. Okay, free customers. Pay customers. Date. Select dates, free customers. Let's make sure. Okay, that was right. If you highlight this, it'll show you, by the way, when you need to debug. Like, if you call it the same. Group by date, order by date. And it might be incorrect near keyword with. Ah, I know what happened. So it's saying with. You don't need another with here. You only have to do with once. So CTD as. Okay, well, this looks right. Let's delete that. Okay, that was weird. And sometimes the space makes some difference. So we need to only show columns where non-paying have more downloads. So where free cust is greater than paying cust. And this should be the final solution. And as you can see, it's solved. It says solved, and it's green. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please post a comment in the video section. Thanks.